Hi everybody, Intuitive Edge here. So today is March 1st, and I usually put out a month ahead video. I am out walking, getting myself out in nature today. So if you hear a little bit of road noise, it is what it is. That's what it is. All right. So I'm going to ask your indulgence. If you have been a subscriber for a while, or even if you're new, to listen to the end of this video. I have some things I want to get off my chest and share. And it's about the current state of the world and our response to it. And I've been doing a lot of thinking. So the wind is coming up. I've been a student of metaphysics for quite some time. And I am a firm believer in we are what we create through our thoughts and our actions, but mostly our thoughts, because our thoughts determine how we act. There's a lot of uncertainty in the world at the moment. And there's also a lot of energy on counterbalancing it. I have been disengaging from a lot of the drama in terms of politics and current events. And I'm sure some of you have noticed that I have not been posting as many videos. Part of it is I am doing other things. I am working on some projects of my own. But the other part is I really want to spend my energy on things that are going to help the planet and not me just feeding the problem by talking about all of the problems in the world in my videos. We all know there's lots of problems in the world. You don't need a psychic to tell you that. But I've also felt like if we are what we think about and we create with our thoughts, then dwelling on the problem is only contributing to the problem. And what if we as a collective began to pull away from the narrative that keeps us in these cycles of abuse, I call them, these cycles, these loops that make us feel disempowered and make us feel like other people are in control of our destiny. When the truth is that we control our destiny by what we choose to dwell upon. And I've been rethinking how I want to contribute and what my presence is going to look like into the future. And I am doing other things, and I may share some of that in another video, maybe later. I don't know if I'm going to continue doing what I've always done on YouTube and Rumble also. And expecting different results or expecting things to be different. I started my channel in 2017 with the hopes of being a different voice. I wanted to offer a different perspective. I didn't want to be just the same old, same old. I wanted to be unique and different. And I felt like for a time I offered a different perspective on current events and things happening in the world. But recently, that's been changing. Okay, I moved over to a quieter end of the lake. You may have noticed some of your favorite YouTubers or channels on Rumble have gone a little dark. I can think of a few that I know of that haven't been posting as much lately. And I think we're all kind of feeling this energetic divide. And I think some of us, I'll speak for myself, have been feeling like I want to contribute to the solution and not just talk about the problems. I know a lot of people want to hear from the psychics and the readers, and they want to hear something that's going to give them hope. They want to hear that things are going to be okay. They want to hear that there's going to be justice in the world. And they want to hear that we're all going to get through this. And I guess what I'm coming to learn and understand even more is that there is no quick fix and there is no savior that's going to come and rescue us from our own thoughts and our own actions or inactions. That the ball's in our court. And I think in order to not see some of the terrible things happening is to not that we ignore it, but that we bring a counterbalance. We bring more love where we can, more joy where we can, helping people wherever we can. Those are the energies that change. I've been disengaging from the political scene because I just feel like I just don't want to feed that. And it's actually a huge step for me because I've always been interested in current events and political stuff and what's happening in the world. But I've been changing. I've been shifting. And I don't have the same level of interest in some of those things anymore. And I don't want to perpetuate the fear and perpetuate the things that we don't want in the world by focusing on them. There's a lot of good. There's a lot of good. And I think so much of our current culture is focused on all of the bad. And so we just get caught in a loop of perpetuating that and recycling and rehashing those things. I guess if we want justice in the world, we must be just. If we want joy in the world, we must be joyful. And if it's hard to see those things, Maybe it's because we haven't been looking in the right places. And we've been filling our minds, I'll speak for myself, filling our minds with things that bring us down and depress us, instead of focusing on the good and thereby receiving more good in the world and seeing it, seeing more of it. Have you ever, maybe I'll use an analogy of buying a car. You decide that you want to buy a Jeep, and it's the one you want. You decide that I want to buy a Jeep. I'm going to go look for a Jeep. That's the car I want. And so you go out in your daily life, you're thinking about the Jeep, and you look, and it seems like every 2 or 3 cars that go by is a Jeep. Have you ever noticed that? I have. It's not because there's more Jeeps around you, it's just that you're in tune with what you're looking for, and that's what you're seeing. So, long story short, I don't know where I'm going to go with it. I don't anticipate deleting it or getting rid of it. But I do think that there will be some changes over the next few months, and time will tell what this channel is going to do and look like. But I do know that I am not interested in the things that I used to be interested in. And I feel like we are at a turning point in our history. And we could go down a really dark path right now with the world the way it is in some ways. Or we could decide that we want to see something different. And we could decide to look for the things we want to see, and not wishing and hoping that we didn't see what we don't want to see. So I hope that you will join with me and stay with me if you wish through this phase, this transition. I don't think I'm the only one going through this. You may be going through this as well. You may be becoming disillusioned with all of the hopium and all of the wishful thinking that we've been subjected to, only to see the same old patterns reemerge that lead us back in circles. I want to come to a different place, and I believe it's possible because I know why I'm here. I know what I came here for. And I think being focused on the big world events and things that are really out of our immediate control just feel disempowering. I think we can create a better world. I know we can. And it's going to take all of us maybe choosing to disengage from the negativity, from all of the bad news. I know there are a lot of well-meaning YouTubers and Rumble channel people with channels on BitChute and others that they really want to create a better world. And yet everybody seems to be looking at the problems. And that's not pointing the fingers at anybody, because I think we've all done it. We've all been there. So, if you don't see me on here, I haven't gone anywhere. I'm still around. If you want to connect with me more on some of the new things I'm doing, follow me on Patreon. That's probably the best place to be if you want to connect with me now. I've added some more tiers over there I do a peek at your week. That's a lot of fun. I just added a new tier, a peek at your month. I don't call it that. It's like a vision for your month ahead. And these are personalized readings. This is where I tune into the energies for you and see what's happening in your world. And that to me is a lot of fun. And I think where I want to focus my energy is helping others, empowering others to be the best version of themselves they can be. I'm also focusing on my business that I've started. I'm going to be very busy with that. So I may not legitimately have a lot of extra time to hop on here and do videos. But if the fancy strikes, I will be on here and I may be talking about different topics that maybe are not things that I've touched on in the past. Because I really do feel this shift, and I'm probably not going to be the same channel that I've been on here. So I just wanted to let all of my subscribers know. I didn't want to just go dark and have everybody wonder where I went. So I thought I would tell you all what's been happening, what I've been feeling, the shift. Honestly, the shift that's been going on in my heart and mind it's amazing, because for the last 6 years, however long it's been on this channel, I've been focused on current events and politics. And lately I just have felt like I just have to pull back. And I'm just not interested. But I am interested in raising the vibration of this planet, moving into a world that we all want to live in, and thinking and dwelling on the good and not the negative. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to read your comments, read your thoughts. Read your thoughts. I don't do that too often. Anyway, let me know what you think. And if you're so inclined, join me on Patreon if you want to. No pressure, you don't have to. I do have a couple slots left on the Peek at Your Week. There's 2 different tiers for that. And then the Vision for Your Month Ahead is open to anybody that wants to. So, anyway, thank you. Love to you all. And I hope this helped explain things and maybe resonated with you. To look at the bright side. I didn't come here to this planet to... I came here to be an empowered woman. Entrepreneur. That's what I'm doing right now. And this is what I'm called to do. I didn't come here to have the world blow up from stuff going on between the United States and Russia. So I don't want to create that. I want to create empowerment, transcendence, moving past this and dwelling on and anchoring in the energies that we want to see and not focused on what we don't want to see. All right, everybody. Thank you for your time, and I'll talk to you soon.